There comes a moment in many women's lives where something deeply confusing happens. At first, he was attentive, curious, present, he reached out, he wanted to know you, he leaned in, and then slowly, something shifted. You didn't change your heart, you didn't lose interest. If anything, you cared more. Yet somehow, the more you showed up, the more distant he became. The more understanding you were, the less effort he made. The more available you stayed, the less he chased. And at some point, you found yourself asking a painful question in silence. Why do I feel like I'm the only one trying? Today, I'm going to talk to you about the reverse chase. Not as a tactic, not as manipulation, but as a psychological law that governs attraction, whether people are aware of it or not. And by the end of this video, you'll understand the single behavior you must stop, because the moment you stop it, something changes inside him. Not because you forced it, but because you finally stepped out of the role that killed desire. Let's start with a hard truth that no one explains gently. Attraction does not disappear because you weren't good enough. It disappears because the emotional direction of the connection became one-sided. Most women believe that consistency, reassurance, emotional availability, and patience will secure love. Those qualities are beautiful, but only after attraction is mutual and stable. Before that, they do something dangerous. They remove tension, they remove uncertainty, they remove the emotional pull that made him lean forward in the first place. And when tension disappears too early, desire doesn't deepen, it relaxes. Here's the mistake almost every woman makes without realizing it. She starts over-contributing emotionally. She explains more than necessary. She reassures when no reassurance was asked for. She keeps conversations alive when they should be allowed to breathe. She fills silence with effort. She gives clarity when mystery was still doing the work. She thinks she's building connection. What she's actually doing is taking over his role. And this is where the reverse chase begins. Men are wired to move toward what feels slightly out of reach. Not unavailable, not cold, just not fully claimed. When a man senses that you're emotionally ahead of him, something subtle happens in his nervous system. He relaxes, not into safety, but into passivity. Because chasing only exists when there's movement. And if you're already standing at the destination, there's nowhere left for him to go. Now listen carefully, because this is important. The reverse chase does not begin when you pull away dramatically. It does not begin with ignoring him, playing games, or pretending not to care. It begins the moment you stop doing one specific thing. You stop managing the emotional connection for both of you. That's it. No speeches, no ultimatums, no cold behavior. You simply stop carrying the emotional weight he hasn't chosen to carry. Think about this dynamic. When you're always the one checking in, you're leading emotionally. When you're always the one clarifying the relationship, you're leading emotionally. When you're always the one smoothing tension, explaining feelings, or making things okay, you're leading emotionally. And leadership feels empowering until you realize you're leading someone who never asked to follow. Attraction cannot survive that imbalance, because desire requires mutual emotional investment, not emotional caretaking. Here's the shift most women don't expect. The moment you stop over-investing, he doesn't feel rejected. He feels the absence of your energy. And absence creates contrast. Contrast creates awareness. Awareness creates pursuit. This is the reverse chase. Let me explain what happens inside his mind. When you stop initiating emotionally, he notices the silence. He feels the space. His nervous system asks, what changed? Not because you disappeared, but because you stopped doing extra. And that question pulls him inward. When you stop rescuing conversations, he becomes responsible for momentum, or the interaction fades. Both outcomes give you information and power. When you stop explaining your feelings repeatedly, he either leans in to understand you, or he reveals that he never intended to. Either way, clarity arrives. This is where FemForward becomes different from everything else you've heard. This is not about becoming less kind, it's about becoming less performative, less convincing, less over-available, less emotionally loud, and more self-contained. Here's the psychological truth. Men chase what feels alive, not what feels predictable, not what feels emotionally guaranteed. When a man feels that you're emotionally full without him, curiosity activates. When he feels that your happiness is stable with or without his validation, attraction resurfaces. Not because you pushed him, but because you stopped chasing him. Now let's talk about the fear that stops most women from doing this. The fear is, if I stop doing this, what if he never comes back? And here's the answer most people won't give you honestly. If he disappears when you stop overgiving, he was never responding to you, only to your effort. And that connection was already draining you. The reverse chase doesn't guarantee that every man will pursue you again. It guarantees that only the right ones will. Now, let me be very precise about what you stop doing. You stop initiating emotional check-ins, asking where things are going, filling gaps he creates, reassuring him when he hasn't earned reassurance, over-texting when he under-texts, offering emotional intimacy without reciprocity. You do not stop being warm. You do not stop being kind. You do not stop being present when he shows up correctly. You simply stop being the emotional engine. Here's where the magic happens. When you stop leading emotionally, one of two things happens. One, he steps forward, he initiates, he asks questions, he invests, he re-engages. Two, or he fades, and in doing so, frees you. But both outcomes are wins, because the reverse chase is not about getting him, it's about restoring balance. There's something incredibly attractive about a woman who doesn't collapse inward when she stops chasing. A woman who remains calm, grounded, engaged with her life. Not cold, not distant, just centered. That energy is unsettling in the best way because it says, I want connection, but I don't need to force it. And needlessness is magnetic. Let me say something important from a male perspective. Men do not chase women who are already emotionally attached to the outcome. They chase women who feel like a choice, not a responsibility. When your energy says, I'm fine either way, his energy has room to say, I want her. The reverse chase works because it restores polarity. You stop pushing, he feels the pull. You stop leaning forward, he notices the space behind you. You stop trying to be chosen, you become choosable again. And here's the deepest layer of all. When you stop doing this one thing, over managing emotional connection, something else happens inside you. You breathe again. You return to yourself. You stop waiting for replies to determine your mood. You stop measuring your worth through his attention. And that internal shift, he feels it. People always do. This is why the reverse chase isn't a trick. It's a return to dignity, a return to self-respect, a return to emotional equality. And from that place, attraction either rebuilds or reveals the truth. Both are powerful. So if you're watching this right now, wondering whether to send that message, to explain one more time, to check in again, pause, ask yourself, am I doing this to connect or to relieve anxiety? If it's anxiety, stop. That pause is where the reverse chase begins. FemForward exists to remind you of this. You don't need to be louder to be chosen. You don't need to give more to be valued. You don't need to chase to be desired. Sometimes the most powerful move is simply standing still and letting someone decide whether they're willing to walk towards you. And if they do, you'll know it wasn't forced. It was chosen. This was FemForward, and I'll see you in the next video.